Woo! Wow! Welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. And today's episode is a post-fight episode for UFC on Fox Sports 1, 2, Carlos Condit versus Kampmann, the rematch, part 2. Yeah, amazing main card. Wow. Explosions everywhere on this main card. From top to bottom, amazing. Even on the prelims too. Quite amazing. So let's go down this post-fight recap of the main card, shall we? Okay, the main event was a welterweight clash with Carlos Condit and Martin the Hitman Kampmann. Now, okay, I was wrong on this one. Okay, I know there's going to be a lot of people that said I told you so. Okay, and yeah, you're right, and okay, yeah, you got what you wanted, and, you know, again, I like Carlos Condit too. Met him, great guy, and, yeah, you know, I thought Martin Kampmann would get takedowns and then eventually a submission. And the first round, he got like 3 or 4 takedowns and looked great. And then round 2, he seemed worn out from going after all those takedowns and getting all those takedowns in round 1. That round 2, he looked a little winded, and Carlos Condit capitalized on the stand-up, landed some good clean shots. And then round 3, same thing. And when it was in round 3, there were some really hard shots that really winded and just worn out Kampmann. Kampmann had trouble counter-striking, gave up, looked like he was giving up on going after takedowns and just went into survival mode in the stand-up. And Kampmann did all he possibly could at that point in time, you know, tonight. It was Condit's night, and gotta give it to Condit. He won in the 4th round by TKO, knees, and punches. And what a great fight. What a battle. It was like 50 some odd seconds into the 4th round that the fight was stopped. Herb Dean said that's enough. And I think it was a good call. Good call. So congrats, Carlos Condit. Great fight. They won fight of the night too, by the way. And then in the co-main event, we had a lightweight battle with Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Rafael dos Anjos. And yeah, like most people, I picked Donald Cerrone to win this. He was the favored, and Rafael dos Anjos landed more strikes and was just really good in the first couple rounds. Cerrone got some takedowns, but Rafael was able to get back up. And I thought Cerrone was going to use his reach advantage and stick and move. Probably avoid the ground game, but he went for the takedowns and didn't go too far with the takedowns, and Rafael dos Anjos popped up and did real good finding his distance, his reach in the stand-up. And yeah, Rafael, he won the first 2 rounds, and I had Cerrone winning round 3. And Rafael won by unanimous decision. Pretty fair decision. So Rafael dos Anjos, good job. Then also on the main card we had welterweight clash. Another welterweight clash, Kelvin Gastelum versus Brian Melancon. Wow, explosive, exciting, quick fight. Kelvin Gastelum won in the 1st round by a rear naked choke. And yeah, Kelvin just rocked Brian in the 1st round early on, and then capitalized and, you know, got him down and went for that rear naked and looked great. That was a good, clean win for Kelvin. Can't wait to see him again. I'm glad it didn't drag out to a boring decision, because I was kind of worried that one might have. Then also in the welterweight division we had mcgee versus Robert Whittaker, 2 Ultimate Fighter winners, along with Kelvin Gastelum. mcgee won season 11 of the Ultimate Fighter, and Robert Whittaker won the Smashes season with Team UK versus Team Australia. And yeah, mcgee looked great. He found his reach, landed more per round. It was a close. It was close. It was back and forth on the stand-up. It was pretty much all stand-up. There was hardly any ground game on this one. And mcgee just landed more and it was close, but he won the split decision. Yeah, I am really impressed by Court McGee at welterweight. I think it's a good move for him, and he was going for takedowns, which was a smart move because he's a BJJ black belt, and he has a black belt in karate, so he can handle himself in the stand-up too. And it just one of those things where it just ended up staying in the stand-up. But yeah, good job, Court McGee. And yeah, close, hard-fought fight. Robert didn't do too much on the ground. It was more Robert doing some damage on the stand-up, but Court had the slight edge on the stand-up and then slight edge on the ground and squeaked out that narrow split decision victory. Then in the bantamweight division, we had Takeya Mizugaki versus Erik Perez. Now this is one of those fights where I was like, oh boy, well, you know what, Erik Perez is going to win. Oh, yay, he's going to win, and he's going to fight for the belt eventually, and then he's going to get his butt whooped by the champ. And wow. But Takeya Mizugaki taught him a lesson. And yeah, there was all this hype for Erik Perez, and I kind of bought into the hype. You know, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of a sucker. I bought into the hype. And Takeya Mizugaki taught him a lesson. He won by split decision. And Takeya Mizugaki, he's just a well-rounded MMA fighter. You know, I thought, oh, Erik Perez is going to be able to just be that much better and everything, but Takeya took it to him and just rocked him a couple times, and it was a close fight, but well, the judges gave it to Takeya. So sorry all you Erik Perez fans out there. Oh well, what can you do? But Erik, I'm sure he'll be back. He'll win his next fight or something. Yeah. Then to kick off the main card, we had Brad Tavares versus Robert McDaniel. Brad Tavares took it to Robert McDaniel, and yeah, again, Robert McDaniel, fellow Texan, but I felt like there's too much hype for Robert McDaniel, and it's like, no, he didn't belong in fighting Brad Tavares on the main card. You know, he belonged fighting on the Facebook prelim. Build him up. You know, too much too soon for Robert McDaniel. It's almost like he didn't deserve that promotion to a main card that quick, you know. But yeah, Brad Tavares, he definitely belongs on a main card. He's definitely the total package. I told you his submission defenses would hold up, and his striking would be pretty on par. And he rocked Robert McDaniel. And Robert McDaniel, he was on top of him in round 3. And Robert McDaniel, yeah, he definitely won that last round, but Brad Tavares definitely won the first 2 by stuffing the takedown attempts and landing more strikes. So good job, Brad Tavares. You're on a multi-fight win streak right now. I say you go fight a top 10 guy for sure now. And that wraps up the main card. Yeah, this whole main card was amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out on Fox Sports 1. And stay tuned for my next show, which will be a pre-fight show for UFC 164, Ben Henderson versus Anthony Pettis rematch. So, until then, see ya.